Alright, Insta Facebook, Tubergram. Bear with me, because I've just finished, well, halfway through a morning hit session in the Amputee torture chamber. But just as I was finishing on a rower, I remember that about, well, quite a bunch of you guys over the weeks and months have sent me messages asking for a little bit of a tour of the man cave, aka the Amputee torture chamber. So I thought, while I'm here this morning, I'll get round and show you guys around, but I'm just gonna finish my workout before I die, and then I'll get to it. So stay tuned, back in a minute. All right, so I think we're just about sorted now, and as you can probably tell, I've got my breath back. So let me very quickly talk you through the man cave, aka Amputee torture chamber. You have to bear with me, because I am bum shuffling. I haven't just done a cardio workout, but let's get to it. So, here we have the dreaded Concept 2 rower, very kindly donated by my friend Matt Weston up at Empire Gym to help me train for this year's Invictus Games over in Sydney. So the difference here with this rower, just let me shuffle across. The difference with this rower compared to a regular one is I have a fixed seat. So, you see those little red tabs and those clamps there? So the seat clamps on underneath the rail. And then I have two lap straps, one that I attach just underneath my hips and one that goes on to the end of my legs. And then with the handle set up, I've got this hand here, bear with me, which is actually designed for a kayak, but it's got a little button fixture there and this little quick release wrist mechanism here. So I'll just show you how this works. Let me move you back here. Uh-oh. All right, so I've got a prosthetic here. Very, very basic prosthetic arm. Put your sock liner on. It ratchets in there. So this thing rolls over my arm. And if you can see, you've got a little metal nipple in there. So once that's on, that locks into there. That little white button is your release valve. You have a lever here to lock and unlock the elbow. And when it's locked, well, it doesn't matter if it's locked or unlocked, you take this and you simply, it's a lot easier when I've got it on. Well, you lock it in there anyway, and then you hit this button here, quick release, and you're off again. So that is the setup for rowing. Over here, we have the hand bike. On a turbo trainer, obviously, so I can do what I can in the garage, get up to speed. You can't really see this because I've masking taped the life out of it. There's a lot of zip ties under there and other things securing it, but it's the exact same hand that I have over on the Concept 2. So again, I just take the prosthetic arm, clip it in there, and I'm good to go. Go off on my training session. When I'm finished, hit the quick release button, unplug it, and then off we go. So that allows me to quickly change between the bike and then the rower. So the setup for me in here is perfect. That's what I prefer doing my cardio and training in here. I'll just scoot over to the actual mechanism itself. So this thing's got electronic gears on it. So, where is it? This little thing here is the upshifter, downshifter. The small one shifts down the gears, the big one shifts up them. It's actually very difficult when you're tired and you're trying to shift down the gears to make it easier to get your thumb to hit this. I find it difficult anyway. I find it quite tricky. Sometimes it hits that and then slips off onto that, so you end up going up and down the gears when you've got no breath and you can't breathe, which is a pain in the arse. And then here you have the brake, the front brake, obviously, and the hand brake is this little one here. So that's a cool little setup for me. That works really well and enables me to get in a decent session with minimum fuss, and then I can just hop out of here, you know, bum shuffle upstairs and get in the shower. We got some kettlebells and some discs here. At the minute, I'm training with them, just trying to build up my muscles here for shot put and discus. So just trying to, and this is 8K, not 4K. So just trying to replicate that kind of movement, build up my shoulder. Same here. You know, again, this is heavier. This is a 2.5K, not a 1K. But just practicing that grip, and then, you know, that discus style movement with that. Right, you'd have to excuse a bit of the mess here, because this is actually still kind of a working garage, so I have bikes and stuff everywhere. But this red matted area is my little jiu-jitsu training area. So when me and Sam, when I can't maybe get to the combat room down at Stonehouse, maybe I need to fit in my cardio, and rather than do the cardio, shower, put my legs and my arm on, drive down to the combat room, take it all off again, train for an hour or two, put it all back on again after a shower, and go about my day. Sam very kindly comes down to here to visit me so I can do my cardio, leave my legs off, quickly throw my gi on, and then we can roll and do some drills on here for an hour or however long we're here for. The old Buzo ball over there for a bit of core work and abs. Shuffle over here. Oh, over in the corner there, don't know if you can quite see it. So just in front of the rower, there's a bunch of weights against the white pillar, and then just next to it, there is a small home massage chair, which I use occasionally just to work out some kinks and some knots, as do I with this. My foam roller. It's really good for just working out some kinks and some knots and some, you know, aches and pains that I get in my back sometimes. So that's pretty much it from a cardio point of view. The rest of this place is just cool shit, really, that I like. A couple of posters from movies that I grew up watching, some quite iconic films filled with iconic actors over there. And then the wall of motivation. So some quotes there from the big man, Arnie. And a couple of posters I got, which I just liked them, so I bought them, put them up there. And then that space there, just behind the sofa, that is, I'm currently building another vision board. I have one in my office. I'm building another vision board now for here, just because I find that having all this stuff around me when I'm training physically, and I'm pushing myself and I'm tired, having all this around me, I find as a great motivator visually. So I want to put a big vision board up there filled with my goals and the things that I'm passionate about and the things I want to achieve, the things I want to improve at and get better at and grow at. I'm going to put that there. So when I'm here, tired and exhausted, I'm looking up here for a little bit of motivation. Now the fun stuff we have. So this garage is actually a single skinned wall. So when it's cold, it is freezing, and when it's warm like it is today, it's pretty cool. So we got a little corner sofa put in there. The old projector up on the roof, and then over there we have the screen, the pull-down screen. So anyone who has followed me on social media long enough knows that I'm a big movie nerd. And I love nothing more than coming home, popping my prosthetics off, getting my pajamas on, putting a TV on or pulling the screen down, and then just completely escaping from the rest of the world with a DVD or some sort of new movie or something, just to relax. That's my escape, that's my me time. And now the weather's a little bit warmer, I can do that a little bit more. So that's the man cave. AKA the Amputee torture chamber. Like I say, there's still a few things here, regular garage items, but in a nutshell, that is it. It is a place of pleasure and of pain. Most of the time it's pain because of these things. But it's cool, it's convenient, it helps me do what I need to do. Right now, I've just done 30 minutes on the bike. I just did a quick 4-minute race on the Concept 2, did a little bit of work with the disc and the kettlebells, and now I'm just gonna have a big stretch off, close the door, get on the mat, and then just spend 10 minutes meditating, getting anchored, focusing, and getting myself ready for the rest of the day. So guys, I hope that gave you a little bit of an insight into my home workout routine. Make it as convenient as you can. That's a good tip from me. Make working out as convenient as you can, so then you have less excuses not to be able to go out and do it.